Hi everybody, hope you guys can all hear me here, and welcome to VCA number 26. Pretty awesome. Now, what a day it's been in the markets, of course. Sounds good. Boy, the markets, first major correction in the bull market. That's what we saw today, folks. We did have a minor one, what was it, about a week ago? Excuse me. And so we today was obviously a major pullback, and if you take that span within like 7 days, that sort of hits that 20% mark. So that's sort of how we talk about major pullbacks, 20%. A minor one would be like 10%, and 20% will be major, and obviously something bigger than that can pretty epic. So Axion today's in house. Hey Paul, good to see you. Prana, hey, good to see you. And man, opportunity for those buying today. It's a buyer's market, and I still think the bull market's still on. We had Bitcoin moving sideways for months, which was not like the first 2017, 2018. So interesting times here. We're going to check that out as well in this live stream. Obviously, we've got the VCA number 26, 500 million Axion, 130,000 US dollars up for grabs. And obviously, Axion prices pulled back with the market on top of what we already had. So interesting stuff there. John Robinson, happy red day, guys. Yeah, so if you're in the market to buy, hey, was it yesterday or day before I talked about risk management and US dollars, didn't I? And so I said obviously we had been up after the bull market had a pretty good run, that there probably would be a major correction at some stage, and we did talk about that. So hopefully that was very timely. That was only like a day or two ago. So interesting stuff there. Inga's in the house, John Atkins in the house. Hey everybody, very cool to see you all in here. And obviously today I think is the end. We've got 1 minute left for that. Is it the staking promo ends in 1 minute? I might be a bit lost. Been doing so much stuff today in the markets, but I think it's 1 minute left to do that staking to get it in. What day is it now? Yeah, so is it? Yeah, today's the last day. Last minute to get that staking. So pretty funny stuff. John Robinson says, yep. So interesting stuff. Anyway, we've got a sold out regular auction. We're getting pretty used to these actually, which is a nice thing, right? You want to get used to these. And 224 million 690,000 Axion sold in today's regular auction. 15.26 ETH, $51,890. Very nice indeed. The people that would have entered it got a 9.67% discount to market, and a whopping 14.6 million Axion per ETH. And it looks like we've got 13 seconds to go, just counting it down. Now, we obviously 80% of the Ethereum goes onto Uniswap, and we ended up with 169 million Axion given back to stakers. So another great day. Once again, Axion is benefiting the long-term stakers. Long-term stakers get the benefits, and it's just with the auction selling out, it's working like clockwork. The only thing that we're waiting for to catch up is the market price, and that's about it. Everything else is going pretty stellar. And if you're staked, you're making it, you're getting those wrapped Bitcoin divs, you're getting the Axion divs accumulating. So you're sitting back, laughing pretty. And some of you out there taking the opportunity to buy more while the prices are fantastic. So there we are. We just finished that auction, and we're going to set up for the next one. We can see that the next one is at 501 million. That's actually gone up slightly, I think, from when I looked at it. 501,446,560 Axion up for grabs. $128,606 to be precise. That does move around depending on Axion price, but that's about to launch, folks. So we'll probably refresh that. You can see that we're on the official staking platform here now. I'll try and reset it live, and hopefully that update's nice and fresh. Then we'll go back and check the chat. Now this is going to be the opening hour VCA26. There you can see it's already set up there. So 34 ETH is our target at the moment, and the current price of Axion is 00025,429. So 00025,429. Now who would have thought we would quite get down this low, but we have. And the major correction has helped us to get there. But people are starting to buy now. We can see that there on the hourly chart. Let's check that out quickly, and we'll go back to the Axion Today dashboard. I'll just refresh this one as well, just to make sure it updates correctly. So let's correctly check that out. 501, there we are, folks. That's where we're at the moment. So here it says 33.91. The official Axion staking platform says 34.25. There's a little difference there, but that's fine. We basically have to hit about 34 Ethereum to sell out. Now let's see what happens in the opening hour. It's going to be pretty fun. VCA number 26. So we're on our sixth next. So we did 25 VCAs. Now we're on our second set of 25 VCAs, and we're heading towards 50. And so this is number 26, and we've got to get 34 ETH to sell out. Now let's have a quick look at the price again. we can see that if we take out that this is the hourly here, we can see we actually hit the bottom 0.0002327.9. What a great rate for people picked up there, but the market has started to pick that up, and we can see some green candles the last 4 hours on there, and we're back up to 0.0002567. So incredible buying for people at the moment. They'll be very happy later on. Obviously, markets go up and down in cycles, but the fundamentals of Axion have been going spectacular, and people that understand Axion get that picture. The price is going to be the one that's going to have to follow last from the looks of it, but there we are. Let's have a look at the daily candle, and we'll jump back to the auction as well. Nothing in there quite yet, just checking the dashboards there. And so here's the daily chart, so you can see that we've busted down through the long-term average support 0.0035. Obviously the rolling one-day average is the blue line 0.0037, so that's where that's at. We broke down out of that triangle, and we are down here at 0.002567, but it doesn't really represent what's happening with Axion, which is the difference, because Axion's designed in a certain way, and basically you get your minimum 8% dividends, interest, plus you get the dividends from the auctions, which are all pretty much selling out for the most part. It's quite a contrary, isn't it? So interesting stuff, because there's so many incentives in the auctions. So people are going into the auctions, and eventually they'll start to sap up that liquidity. More things are coming along the way in the Axion ecosystem, so we'll see how that impacts the liquidity that's in the market. So interesting stuff there. We're also at the bottom of the cycle here, so once this starts to turn back up, you'll see the price start move up as well on the indices that we've got down here, the CCI and the MACD. Let's go back to the auction there. We're going to see whether they get any surprises in the first hour. It's pretty exciting stuff, and we'll look forward to that. We need 44 ETH, so pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at the price of ETH at the moment. $3,415 is ETH, and 44,464. Now the last hour has picked up 3.5%, 3%. So has it reached the bottom of this major correction? Now corrections can be very healthy. Obviously, it's upsetting when you see it on the portfolio, of course, but actually it is a buyer's opportunity as well. So there's a couple of pros and minuses. Now, if you use your risk management with US dollars, have a certain percentage of your portfolio in US dollars, then you can look at these opportunities as nice buying opportunities. So it's always important, as the market goes up, take a bit of US dollars, put it into the side pocket there, and so you're ready for these downturns, because they do come eventually. Even in bull markets, they have corrections, so just take that one for what it is. Once again, you just got to have a diverse portfolio, some risk management in there, taking profits. Good traits of investing anyway. But with Axion, you can pretty much stake max, sit back, relax, watch those dividends come in. Very cool indeed. So there we are. That's what we've had at the moment. Binance even went back under 400. Let's have a look at the ETH chart, and then we'll dive into the chat and see some of the comments that's going on there. All right, so yeah, here we are at the moment. Let's have a look at the last 24 hours. Wait for that to update. So we were up at 3,859, and then we just started tracking down. We basically hit 3,400, bounced off there. We had a little bit of reprieve at that stage. People thought, oh, is that the recovery? 3,600, but no. Then we sank down again, down to 3,174, and now we're back up a bit, up to 3,400. So let's see where this heads. It's going to be a bit volatile at the moment, I think. Now we are 22% down from the all-time high, which was only 5 days ago. Can you believe it? The market has just repriced Ethereum by 22%. In 5 days. That's markets repriced it at 22% in 5 days. That's how it works, folks, in crypto. So very much indeed. So yeah, that's interesting stuff. But it's probably a healthy pullback in the bull market, and so that's pretty cool. Let's span out a bit longer and have a look at the max period, and we can have a look at that. So this is the linear on the max period. We can see we had that sharp pullback down here. We reached that max, which is $4,356, sorry, and then we pull back to where we are now, which is at 3,400 there. So that's on the linear scale. Let's have a logarithmic, and you can see on the logarithmic, not so bad. Just a little pullback on the logarithmic. So that bodes well for the bull market still continuing, but we're going to have these healthy corrections on the way. Eventually, of course, we turn into a downtrend and move into a bear market, but when that will be, as anyone's guess, this looks like a healthy correction to me at this stage. So interesting stuff there. We'll see let me know in the chat what your opinion is on this particular correction. and obviously some opportunities there as well. All right, we'll go back to we've got 4.5 ETH in there. Bam, that happened quick, so very cool. Lucky I came back to that in time. We're having some major stakes as well. We'll go back and have a look at that. 4.5 ETH in there from a dolphin. Very cool indeed. $15,400, and we're already in the go. Man, oh man, VCA number 26 is on fire. We're only less than 7 minutes into the thing, and there we are. A nice dolphin bid in there, and we're getting some massive 555 stakes coming out of that last regular auction, plus probably some other people trying to grab the bonus that just ended, that 20% bonus. So pretty cool there, and that bodes well for them. So we're going to check that out as well. Let's go to the chat first. I'm probably getting a little bit behind the chat here. I've been gas bagging about all that's been happening because it has been a busy day, and I'm sure you all agree with that. Angus says, hi everybody. John Robinson, yep. FoodTV, lol. Maybe we should get paid and die stable coin, lol. Hey, that's an interesting point, it's FoodTV. Then it's up to everybody else to decide their risk management, right? Patricia says hi with a big heart. So big heart from Patricia, very nice. Axion today's got a retracted message, obviously being naughty. No, just kidding. So thanks, Paul. And John Atkins, hi Patricia, looking forward to your show tonight. So don't forget Axion today's show. I actually haven't seen the notification, so I'm not sure what YouTube's doing. But anyway, there we are. Axion today bought the dip, says Paul. You're so smart, man. You guys are onto it. And Patricia Steele, welcome to the KFC chat. Hey, you saw my thumbnail. So on the thumbnail, it's got KFC for Axion token, and it's got burritos, some fast food joint. I don't know what it's. I've never been to it. It's probably an American one, I'm presuming, or a Mexican one. And that's burritos, and that's for Axion Today Show because they love talking about burritos with Rancho Deli. So interesting stuff there. So I thought I'd put that on the thumbnail. A bit of tongue in cheek actually. And Axion Today, KFC, lol, for sure. And hi, John Robinson. Hi, Paul, says Patricia. Hi, Patricia, you're always here, says Food TV. Hi, Inga Peterson. VTC, I bought 5 ETH at 00024. Oh, you're awesome. That's so smart, man. You called the bottom from the looks of it at the moment. So that's a really nice pullback up there. So right at the bottom there, just about, you got the bottom. So very cool. I love it when people in the chat pick up those benefits there. And Axion Socials, KFC, yeah. No, I resisted. I had Robbie in my head. KFC, get KFC, get KFC. I was like, no, I'm going to resist. Going to resist the KFC. I'll leave it for another day. But you'll probably know when I do get KFC. But anyway, Axion today, boom. Yeah, for sure. Jake from the State Farm. Is the Your Shares, Your Vote promotion ended? Yeah, it just ended at the end of that last auction. So that's where that's at. But wow, look at the start, 15.3. Oh, mind blowing. Woo! $52,187. It's amazing. So wow, we're already almost at half, 50%. We're almost at 50%, not far away. Now we're about 45, 46, something like that. That's epic. I probably missed it. It's probably in the chat, but I'm trying to catch up to the chat's comments, and I was actually not looking at the thing. I'll just make sure I've got enough room there so I can see the auction at the same time. Jake, you can still get it through Uniswap. Yep, Patricia, Jake Farm it says, where am I back there? Even if I'm annoyed, I bought BTC at 58,000 a few days ago. Oh, that's unfortunate, Prana, on the pullback. Hey, look at that, almost 1 Bitcoin in dividends already. OMG, 1.17 Bitcoin's been bought. Absolutely awesome. Look, we started at 107, now we're up at 108.24 in total. Very cool. Let's have a look here. We'll keep going. And that's a shame, Prana. Hopefully it just will end up going back in the long run. Play the long game, of course, with Bitcoin. Food TV, 4.5 ETH in the VCA. And, of course, that's jumped to 15.3 ETH now. And Patricia's in the house. Axion Tay, did you notice Axion Tokens thumbnail? Burritos versus KFC, our channel's food and his. Yeah, well, I picked that up on yesterday because you guys were being so clever with the comments about KFC. Robbie's trying to mind power control me to get KFC for dinner. So, yeah. That's pretty funny. Now, Prana, Sonic Boom. Are we selling out again? Going at a nice pace. It's going at an epic pace. A dolphin, 2 dolphins, 10.8 ETH there into the venture capital auction. Very nice. And a dolphin has just withdrawn some BTC. That's a rocket pace. We're only in 11 minutes. It's supposed to be a 24-hour auction, and we're still only 12 minutes into the thing, and we already got 15.3. Mind blown, Paul. Mind blown. Anyway. So pretty cool. It's a fun day. Man, see, that's what I mean. We may have a market correction in the bull run, but we've got bull run corrections in the bull runs for the auctions bull. There's lots of bulls. It's just Axion's full of bull runs. We have a bull run every day. Every day in the auction we have a bull run. That's probably a better way of phrasing it. Pretty funny. And John Robinson says, hi Patricia, Steer, and everyone else. Thumbnail is stars, says Patricia. Yeah, I thought you might like that one, Patricia. Patricia said, hi, and let's do a VCA every hour. John Robinson. Yeah, it's a bit like that, John. Far out. We could probably, at this rate, we could do it every half an hour. Pretty interesting. And Pranam says, hi Patricia, and right back at you there. So pretty cool. And man, this could be the shortest live stream ever. We could have finished this out. This is a VCA we're talking about. This is not a regular auction even. This is a VCA, and we're already at 15.3 ETH over 33. And of course, the rate. Let's have a look at the rate. I've probably scrolled down there. 14.6 million AXN per ETH. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's jump back to the actual. Oh, I've got to reconnect there. Let's try that again. Hopefully, refresh there. That's cool. Let's have a look back here at the history. We had 32.4 ETH at our last VCA with 500 million in there. Today we're trying to sell 34 ETH, so we got 32, and then we had the mega VCA. We sold 98.47 and beautiful wrapped Bitcoin divs. So if you staked with AXN and you're checking your staking page and you've got a stake in already and you're registered, you'll be getting wrapped Bitcoin in real time as the Ethereum gets bid into this auction. And so you'll be getting wrapped Bitcoin dividends. So if you're new to AXN, that's how it works. So the price, while it's important, isn't the main game in AXN. People are basically staking for a long time. We have pretty much the record organic staking for in the marketplace. So when I say organic, it means it's not really managed. There's nothing managed about it. People making their own choices, and we have a huge number of people max staking, which means they're staking for 15.2 years. And then we also have a high percentage of people just staking generally. I'm going to bring up some charts tomorrow on that. So on the regular auction, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. Bring up some charts that's been prepared by a community member. I didn't have time to do that today, but I'll be bringing those charts up just to show you some of the insights into how impressive Axion is as probably the most prominent staking token in crypto land. So very cool indeed. So that's it, folks. So today's a venture capital auction. You get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back bidding in Ethereum. So you bid in 10 Ethereum, you'll get 1 Ethereum back in wrapped Bitcoin, and then you'll also get, at the moment, you'll get pretty much up to 10% discount to market if it doesn't get oversold, and you'll get 14.6 million Axion per ETH. Now, once the bids do get up to the selling amount, like 34 ETH, then there is basically a notice to someone trying to enter that it's already sold out. So that helps to guarantee you get that 10% discount. Sometimes it fluctuates a bit around that because of the market prices, but the attempt is there to do that too. So there's two benefits: 10% wrapped Bitcoin, and the second one is potentially up to 10% discount to the market price on Uniswap. So two great deals, and at the moment we're at record levels for Axion per ETH. And as you know, as markets go up and down, there'll be at some stage we probably won't ever see these sort of levels again, because Axion just keeps on, fundamentals keep on are super bullish. And we've been enjoying these live streams and the auctions daily because they're just selling out like hotcakes. Those sweet dividends keep coming to those who are staked and committed. Not only that, but we've got the Axion launch pad has been started. We had our first IEO and airdrop. Airdrop's coming up, but we had our first IEO with Securitas, who's a strategic partner as well. And so that's just the beginning, the first of many. We also had Sleepy Sloth meme token, which is out there, and everyone got airdrop with that, and they've got a massive community on that. Over 13,000 wallets have got Sleepy Sloth, and that's actually been doing pretty well on the Binance Smart Chain. So Axion is really expanding its reach, and obviously the benefits go to stakers. Pretty exciting place to be. And so it's Axion's kind of confuses people when they look at the market price, but actually if they stake, they'll suddenly realize that Axion's on fire, really is. And I'm not on a bad sense, but on a good sense there. So all right, so let's jump over to the market there. We're just watching that, so it's looking pretty good. Let's go jump back to the chat there, keep getting behind. Let's have a look here. So love the thumbnail, says Axion today. Yeah, appreciate that. I thought you might like it. 15 ETH, wow, says Food TV. looks like it's sold out soon. It does. We need something up there that goes sold out soon, some dynamics that does that. So hope you're enjoying this one. Sit back with the drink, relax. Man, this could have been the fastest live stream ever at the pace that this is getting sold out. And very cool. So we're at 15.3 ETH. And let's have a quick look at the calculator. We like to do our maths in the auctions here. So 15.3 divided by 33.63, that equals 45.5% sold out already, and this is only 18 minutes in. Pretty amazing. Let's have a go back to the Axion price there. We're at 0.005672. It's a very attractive price range to get in, seriously is. And we'll just watch these indicators as they start turning upwards. I'm sure that will be a nice reprieve. There's quite a bit of news coming up in the next 6 weeks, so we'll look forward to that too. Firstly with Axion version 3, and then potentially a lot of other stuff that the team's got staking in the fire there. So we'll look forward to that. All right. Let's jump back to Axion today. We're going to go through the Axion today fundamentals for Axion, and we'll come back to that auction. So we've got 274.7 billion total supply, and we've got 45.4 billion liquid, but that includes 3 billion that's being used for future payments to one of the team members. So if we take that off, we're at 42.4 billion liquid. And then we're staked, we're at 229.3 billion, which is really rocketed, and we are sitting at 83.48% stake. But of course, that's including that 3 billion, so it really needs to be adjusted again. Maybe something for the Axion Today host to think about on that one, with that new 3 billion that's being included in liquid there. All right, so maybe another contract address to exclude. Anyway, so here we've got crypto rank 740, total stakes 24,212, average stake 9.15 million. The average stake length 2,250 days, keeps getting longer, very cool indeed. And market cap 23.79. That eventually we'll watch that over time. And the share rate 1.1491. Obviously this liquidity is really needs to be squeezed out, and so there's probably the team's probably going to look at some mechanisms to try and deal with that. And so we'll watch that one in the future. All right, so here we are back at the auction and not looking too bad. We'll jump over to the overview now. And we'll look at the number of shares. Look at this, 555 billion shares in Axion. Pretty amazing, over half a trillion, well over half a trillion now, keeps climbing. And that's a good thing. That means that just people are just staking and staking and staking, and that's really nice to see. Now we've got the max share club, 108.22 billion. So just to get your head around this is people that have staked for 15.2 years, and there's 108.2 billion Axion stake for 15.2 years, which is 5,555 days. And the stakes is 7,560. So really impressive stuff there. Absolutely amazing. And of course, if you're staked in Axion, you'll be getting the main event at the moment, which is really this wrap Bitcoin, 108.37 wrap Bitcoin. Incredible stuff. And at the current price of Bitcoin, which is sitting at, let's have a look here, sitting at, let's have a look. We're sitting at 44,747. The current price is basically, let me jump back there, is at 4.8. So we've been over 5 million, and depends on the price of Bitcoin. But obviously, as the price of Bitcoin goes up, that wealth impact changes. So that's all money in pockets of Axion stakers, and people have already withdrawn out of the Axion staking platform, 77.56 of that 108. So very cool indeed. So congratulations to all the stakers there. Remember, we have VCAs 4 times a week, so people are just continuing to get those wrap Bitcoins coming in. And no, I'm not doing a Rocky Balboa, but that's what happens. Hey, look, we've got some more ETH in there, 17.3 now. We're just climbing. Woohoo! As that's just mind-blowing, Paul, mind-blowing. And 17.3 ETH. This is stellar, man. This is crazy. Don't forget that we just had a market correction, and here we are. The FOMO is in. People get it. They want the dividends. They want to get that the Axion. They want to get a state and keep churning that over. Remember, Axion is probably one of the better projects that is a bear market resistant as well. So there we are. We had a shark come in. So we've had 2 whales and a shark. Let's go and check out some of the activity while we're here. Let's jump to that one now. Hey, welcome to the live stream, everybody, and please subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for notifications. Of course, we're on every day to covering the auctions, and have been since the day one. So we're on auction day 185. Can you believe it? 185. Say that to yourself. 185. It's pretty pretty big number now. We're in our second part of the year. We're over 6 months old now. Very cool. And let's jump back there. So what we're at 24 minutes in, so it's got to go back 24 minutes. And let's jump here. So some new stakes in there. Look at that, 19. 4.5 ETH came in first from a dolphin. Then we got look at that massive stake there from a shark, 162.5, and that's stake for max shares, folks. And that's getting that bonus, I guess. Pretty neat. They probably just got in on that bonus, I'm imagining. So there we are. So look, pretty awesome stuff. And there's another bid there, 10.8 from another dolphin, absolutely epic. So 37,500 ETH worth. They got back 10% immediately to the wallet and wrapped Bitcoin, 7,300, and the rest, $31,455 went to stakers. So it's 0.7 Bitcoin, and 5% went to the team for development and marketing. That's awesome stuff. We got some little max shares going in there, and then we just got a shark came in with a 2 ETH. So very cool, tracking very nicely. And that's looking good. So we're only 24 minutes in, and we're already at 17.3 ETH, which bumps us up. Let's get the calculator out again. This is also Mass 101 in Axion auctions. We like to do that too. 17.3 divided by, what's that, 33.61. Keeps moving around because the market price keeps moving. So Axion's just jumped to 0.0026 US cents too, so that's cool. And we're just sold out at the moment. It's 51.5% sold out already. So we're well over 0.5% there, half the sold out, and the market price just lifting there a bit, 0.0026, and that's looking good too. We'll jump out of here and we'll go back down. We can see the transactions going on in here at the moment in live action. Those are the ones that are buying on Uniswap. This is the action that's going on in the auction. So we've got both things happening. Very awesome stuff. And there we are. So let's go back to the chat there. Probably missing a few comments here. Boy, it's exploded since I moved out. 15 says 2V. I just got 2 ETH worth through this auction. Jake from State Farm. Hey, well done, Jake. All the best from that one. Look at those rates that you're going to get to. 14.6 million plus 10% wrap Bitcoin back. Mind blown, mind blown. So there we are. It's pretty crazy stuff, man. That's awesome. I'm sure in a couple of months you guys are going to be laughing yourself with these buys, if not earlier. Crypto turns around very fast, so it's an interesting place to be. Wait, fire, says Jake. No, not that kind of fire. I did clarify myself. Can't wait to see my bid go up in lights. Yeah, that's the one. That's classic. Well, there we are. That would have been you then. That would have been you. Where we were going here. That would have been you then. The shark here. You're such a shark, Jake. You're such a shark. So there we are, and let's scroll back down. Up in lights. There's the lights. Bright lights for City for Jake. So pretty funny. So anyway, so what? Let's go. Prana said, sad. I don't see the 20% discount anymore on the official site staking website. Oh wow, it's probably gone actually. That's a good point. Let me go on to. Yeah, it's disappeared, isn't it? So there we are. It's the standard now. So you put in your standard. I don't know, 10. Let's put in 10 million max shares. So yeah, the standard now. So basic shares are still there, and then of course your longer pays better, which is over 300% for 15.2 years, which is max shares there, 5,555 days. That would give you 35 million there. So you get 8.7 million for your basic shares, and then 26.5 million for your longer pays better. So we've still got that big, huge bonus, 300%, but the 20% now on basic shares has gone burger. But that was around for 31 days, I think. So 15th of April through to the 16th of May, and was extended by 1 day to help OTC stakers get in there too with their reward payments. So very cool, and obviously it benefited other people getting in there. So it was a bit of a win-win there for everybody. All right, we'll jump back here. This is where we're at, 26 minutes in. Man, it's super exciting. These auctions are getting crazy fun for sure. Prana, no more banner either. Don't worry, they've got heaps of stuff coming. I'm sure they've got a couple more campaigns due before the end of June. So they said 2 to 4 campaigns, excluding the share thing. So the share bonus, 20%. Your vote one. I always forget the name, but that's what it is. Your shares, your vote. Thank you, Prana. I just saw your little summary there. Yeah, was disappointed too, Prana. It used to be 13 billion. Our goal was 30 billion. Yeah, well, 30 billion. You're talking about max stakers. We're well 108 billion now, so we've blown past that. And Prana goes, It seems so long ago, but we're only 6 months old. We're just like a little baby. Yeah, but we're growing up. We're growing up now. Jake says that was my 2ETH from 15 to 17. Yeah, we saw that one. That was pretty epic. And Axion today, me mind blown with the head. Man, how do you find those things, Paul? You're so good at with the technology stuff. Prana, nice. And that was me, Jake. And yep, now, man, I'm a fish. I've got a couple of whales and a shark around me. Don't worry, you'll be safe in the water. They're friendly sharks and whales, so it's pretty good. Haha, bright lights are so bright. You'll probably need to get some shades, Jake. Hi all. Wow, this VCA really selling out quickly. Hey Lamzo, it's good to see you. Certainly is, man. It's been absolutely crazy fun. So we've been enjoying it for sure. Hi Lamzo, says Prana. So welcome to the house. I think I'll take the battery recharger off. I think it must be fairly recharged now. Look at that, 1.1281 Bitcoin paid to stakers over $50,000. That's such a nice looking number. And we've had 1.327 Bitcoin bought with this 17.3 ETH. So if you're new to Axion, 85% of the Ethereum gets basically given to stakers as wrapped Bitcoin. So 85, all the 17.3 ETH goes onto Uniswap and buys wrapped Bitcoin. It then breaks that up into 3 parts. 10% goes back to the bidder that put the ETH in there. The second part, 85% of that wrapped Bitcoin goes to stakers, and 5% goes to Axion Foundation for marketing and development, and obviously sustaining the Axion ecosystem well into the future. So pretty cool there. I like that sort of setup. That works well. Having seen other cryptos which don't have things like that, that's very, this is a real game changer. And it certainly offers somebody a particular type of investment in crypto space that has longevity to it. So very cool. That's why we like to think of Axion like a KFC and Sleepy Sloth like a burrito, stuff like that. So that's the way I rephrased it there. But that's pretty nice. So $60,207 into the auction today so far. Looking good indeed. And the price there looking a bit stronger there, up at 0006. And let's have a go here. Bitcoin 44,600, and Ethereum, it looks like recovering a bit there, trying to hit back at 3,500. Still red on the hour there, but looks like it's a little bit higher. And you can see sort of in the chart there, it's just come off a little bit. So we'll watch that, see where that goes, and hopefully it starts to maybe just move sideways and start tracking back up. Would be nice in a bull market. So we'll just see how long that takes. Once again, like I say, Bitcoin, let's go check that out quickly. And we'll go back to the auction there just so I don't want to miss any updates. We'll go back to the auction, and we're going to go into max stake there, and we're going to go to the logarithmic. Actually, we'll go to the linear on the Bitcoin. Let's go to linear. So you can see the Bitcoin's been going up. We had a pullback at 40,000, came back again. Then we rocketed up, and then we've been jagging along here for such a long time. If you compare that to the 2017-2018, it's just so much longer that we've been up at this level, and this is the linear scale. Now, if we have obviously had a pretty decent pullback now back to there, and is that something like this? Is that something like this effect here, or this effect, or was it just a nice healthy pullback? Let's go to the log scale. Check that out. Obviously, we had Elon Musk and Tesla do their little dance, pretend dance, because they obviously knew that Bitcoin needed a lot of electricity. They knew that before. It's all PR stuff. Obviously, there was maybe potentially some pressure on Elon about the electricity use of a small country being used for Bitcoin. But they knew all that stuff. I mean, the guy's a rocket scientist. He knew all that stuff about delving into crypto. So that's all just PR stuff. But anyway, here's back to the log scale for Bitcoin, and you can see we've got a pullback. Looks a lot smaller there, and so let's watch that and see. I think the bull market's got plenty of places to run up there. So we'll watch that. The market, Bitcoin has shoved off governments. It's shoved off regulatory. Stuff like that. It's forks. It's shoved off forks. You name it, it's done it. It's exchange hacks, all sorts of stuff. So you watch Bitcoin will survive again through that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty bullish on that one, and for this cycle as well. Let's go back here. We're 32 minutes in, and there we are at the moment. Let's go check the announcements here. Don't switch. So we're going to go up there. I thought it might be an announcement in today. We'll just check the announcements. Let's go check. Yeah, no announcements here. I thought they might have had an announcement there today. Not sure what the new mentions are. General there. Let's have a quick check of that. Mucho burrito, says Paul in the Discord chat there. That's pretty funny. Mucho burrito. Probably jump all the way down. Man, there's a lot of messages. Wow, a ton of messages there. And let's just quickly check on here. You can actually put in this here to find out the auction. Yeah, so 50.65 it says there. So pretty cool on that one. All right, let's go back to the chat here. Prana says, keep those awesome divs coming so they won't swallow me whole. Yeah, that's that's true. If you keep the sharks and the dolphins well fed, then the fishies are fine. That's pretty much how it works. Just took a shower while listening. I'm a sea creature, of course, like we all are. Patricia says, yeah, so yeah, we're all sea creatures in Axion ecosystem. So that's all based on the shares. Let's go check that out, actually. That's while we're waiting for some more ETH to get in there. And we'll find that. We'll just go down further. So this is the Axion Today dashboard. You can find the link in the video description. Obviously, this is the strategic partner of Axion. And then obviously the Axion official dashboard is here. And this is also in the video description as well. And you can enter the VCA using that as well. All you have to do is hook up your MetaMask wallet at the top as an extension on your browser, like a Chrome browser. Put in your Ethereum and click Send Max, and then you can place a bid here, and then you can enter the auction. Now, obviously, there's a Ethereum fee for that at the moment. The gas fees are actually pretty nice at the moment, 56 Gwei, so it's on the lower side. And but then there's also a withdrawal fee to withdraw and stake it, also on the auction page. So you do both of those on the auction page. So there's 2 transactions, but the gas fees are pretty friendly at the moment for that. And in the future, that's going to be 1 transaction. So after Axion version 3 comes out, and that'd be really cool. And obviously, it'll be way cheaper, potentially up to 87.5% cheaper. So that's going to be it's going to be exciting when it comes out. It's going to be it's going to unleash a whole new economic energy into the Axion staking platform. And because other projects also won't have that solution, they'll still be having to face the raw gas numbers until ETH 2.0 comes out, and even that scaling solution is going to take time and be in stages. So Axion 3.0 is going to be a game changer for Axion. Really is going to be huge, because it's going to allow so many smaller investors and medium-sized investors to come in, not have to worry about the fees so much. It's going to allow new investors, which we're focusing. Axion's a big focus of Axion is getting new investors on, and they won't be alarmed by the fees. So in the future, at the moment, of course, the gas price is actually quite friendly, around that 50 Gwei mark. So 50, 60, yeah, probably 50, 60 Gwei, depending on when you're going in. So you can try and time that too. The auction is 24 hours long, so that's nice to see. This does move around a bit though, the Gwei. All right, so let's jump back to this page, and you can see here, these are the different fishies that we're talking about. This is based on shares here, the amount of shares that you have, and you can see they've got shrimps at the bottom, crabs the next, fishes there, dolphins, sharks, whales, and then krakens. Now, the only probably kraken that we have is what we call a board of investors. That's got a whole ton of whales and sharks in it, and that is actually, they basically support, have very supportive goals of the project over time. And there's certain commitments that they have, and they're all pretty much a bunch of good people that want the best for themselves and for the project generally. So pretty nice there. And anyway, so we've got these people. You can see the numbers that are in each of those. So we've got 17 whales, 165 sharks, 1,041 dolphins, and a whole ton of fishes and crabs and shrimps. So you'll be one of those. But the interesting thing is we've seen a lot more dolphins be born, and sometimes we've got these cross-breeding ones, because they come from, they might start as a shrimp and then they end up being a dolphin. But we get lots of those happening. I know it's not very scientific, but that's what happens. So anyway, that's what happens. All right, so there we are. We've got we're 37 minutes in, and we've already doing super well. And let's see how we go. We'd like to cover the opening hour of these VCAs because they are a lot of fun. So we're doing that now. And there's a couple short stakes. Now, also the thing with Axion is if you don't want to do max share stakes, you're not really after the dividends, you want to pick up some Axion dividends, then you can just do a staking ladder. You know, you could stake $1 million every, well, maybe a couple of million every so and so, depending on how big your investment is. We typically suggest that if you've got under $1,500 to buy on Uniswap, just given the fees at the moment, obviously that recommendation will probably go out the window when we get to AXN 3.0, because the fees will be far more lower. But if you've got over $1,500, we typically suggest going into one of the auctions, either the regular auctions, which you get a 10% bonus in AXN, plus a potentially 10% discount to market, or the VCAs where you get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back, plus a potential 10% discount to market. So there's two benefits in each of them. Just regular auctions have AXN, and the venture capital auctions have Bitcoin. So pretty cool. So if you're after one or the other, you decide. And obviously, if you stake long 15.2 years, then you're going to get the maximum share bonus, which is ginormous. It's over 300%. So it makes a big difference compared to staking for 1 year, for example. So you can see that all on the actual staking page. When you go to stake, you can see the maths are all here for you. All you have to do is put the amount in and the number of days that you want to stake. You can play around with that calculator and it will work out how much you will get. Then you can click the estimate your earnings. That will bring up a page that will actually show you what your calculation is. So it will actually tell you what your estimated dividends are, and typically it's more on the conservative side, so you should be able to generally do better than the calculated results, and so forth. So it tells you how much AXN you'll earn, and also how much wrapped Bitcoin you estimate to earn. So you can see the assumptions that are written in. It gives you lots of details about the assumptions and information bars to understand every figure that you're looking at. So that's pretty cool as well. So check that out on the staking. But let's get back to the auction. And here we are, doing brilliantly there. So let's jump back to the AXN Today dashboard. I'm just jumping between two different views, and both of those in the links if you want to take one preferred. I like this one because it shows you the auction rate discount, and I think that's pretty cool to see that there. All right, let's jump in here. So Patricia's multitasking again, so very clever. Patricia is very clever at that. Hello, sir. How do you do? Glad to see you, as always, live as well. Mr. Froz, great pleasure to see you in the chat. Always good to see you as well. And the whales, sharks, dolphins are doing a great job staking for long. My brethren are slacking. Yeah, it's pretty funny, Prana. Is a kraken a sea creature? It is. It's like a giant octopus, but it's even more scary. Jake, is a kraken a sea? Yeah. Secret it is. Game of Thrones had the Kraken guy from the Pike Island. What is dead may never die. Yeah, there's that classic movie with the gods, all the company of the gods, and just trying to remember the name of it. It's got famous actors in it, and they had a Kraken in there at the end of the movie. Zeus and all that. They had Zeus's son had to fight. I forget this name now. I should know all these Greek creatures, but. They had a big fight with a big giant kraken at the end, and you know how they killed the kraken? Well, you can go and watch the movie, but basically they used another mythical creature as well to do it. All right, so there we are, 40 minutes in, and we are over 50% sold out already, 17.3 ETH, and this is while in a day that had a market correction in the bull market, and that's huge. So that's pretty good. And we'll be watching this. Obviously, I think that the sell-off has slowed down, and so we're going to watch and see where this heads over the next 24 hours. Obviously, if it gets a nice little recovery there, that's certainly a good sign as well. Look at Binance. Binance went way under $500. It's back up for 530. That's really bullish sign. So still very good stuff happening there. I was actually surprised that Binance hasn't really separated itself from Ethereum. You think about it, because they've got a lot of different dynamics, but the whole market just pulled regardless. Ethereum, which has been almost, look at that, 50%, was over 50% of Bitcoin. Now that's the flippening. People are talking about the flippening. That is Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. And obviously with Elon Musk doing the little electric trick thing there with the Tesla company. Now that's just a play. That was just a play. I mean, he already knew. That's what really annoys me, that sort of stuff. When they know that electricity is used to, of a small country is used to make Ethereum do all the mathematics on that. And so it's just that's just nonsense stuff. That stuff's all just gains. But in crypto land, we don't care. We live in decentralized world. Decentralized world is really the key. Obviously, we've got some second layer stuff and this and that. Obviously, AXN has a bit of that too. But the blockchain is decentralized, and you can see how that that means that the people, the masses, get to vote. In other words, we get to vote the price, we get to vote the buyers and the sellers, and that's a wonderful thing. That freedom, that decentralized world is really important. So we've got to fight for that, because otherwise people can easily manipulate things for their reasons, whether they think it's right or wrong. We may not agree. So the blockchain helps us with that, and I love that. I love that part of the blockchain, decentralized stuff. But I do accept that you do need certain centralized aspects to different ecosystems. That's just reality too. So pretty cool. Let's watch out where this price goes. But Binance Coin really bounced back at 530 there. And of course, remember only a couple of days ago that was up at 670, 680, and that's now at 530. So you can see the pullback in 7 days, 20%, 11% there on Ethereum, and 22.8% on Bitcoin. But look at Cardano. Cardano TV is one of our favorite visitors here. He said that Cardano is going to do super well. Excuse me, and boy, it has 22.8%. So pretty neat there. Price is still sitting there. So look at that, 22, and Cardano keep powering. I think Cardano is going to do, look, 70 million market cap. Sorry, 70 billion. If they come out with some really quite game-changing smart contracts, which is what they're supposed to do, that's going to be really interesting to watch them to go strength to strength there. Now you might get a bit of seller news as well, but if it's really that good, it could really surprise the market. So we'll watch out for that too. And yeah, that's what's happened to Dogecoin there, 50 cents. Down 12%. So I'm not sure what the high of Dodge was. Let's go check that out while we're at it. It's a bit of fun really looking at some of these ones. This is obviously the one that got pumped. So it was up at 73 cents. That was 9 days ago, down 31%. That gives you a bit of an idea, a bit of a reality check there on that one. That was Dogecoin. Rank number 6 though, still number 6. To see how long it holds that position. And Polkadot. Next thing you know, Tesla will probably come out with Dogecoin. Which was was it Litecoin? Dogecoin, Litecoin. I think it might have down in the description here. Dogecoin. I thought it was a Litecoin fork. Yeah, Dogecoin is a Litecoin fork, in 2013. Man, that's a long time ago now, isn't it? That's a long time ago token, that one. So interesting stuff there. Right, let's go to the chat there. It sounds like Kraken is a killer, as a whale killer. Jake, it's more than a whale killer. It's like a wipe out a whole population killer. So yeah. And what else we got there? Game of Thrones yeah. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones lately. Just like little snippets. I actually would like to watch it. I only watched up to season 2 or 3. Been watching clippets of all the other ones. And man, there's some interesting stuff. Hit the like button, says Mr. Frost. Absolutely hit the like button there. And it's Jake from Krakenwell. Prana says sounds like Godzilla versus King Kong. It is big like that, but it's more like an octopus giant thing. It's big like that. John Robson reminds me of John Williams, The Kraken Wakes. I haven't actually seen that. And Jake says hopefully Board Investor gets to Kraken. Yeah, I guess so. Apparently they were going to, after they do certain transactions, they were going to come out with some sort of transparency reporting. I don't really think, I don't need to see it, but some people in the community wanted to see that. But if they come out with that, cool. But I don't, I'm happy with their intentions. So yeah, let's go jump down here. Big pumps needed now. Gotta get negative resilience. It's true that obviously some people will like to use cash flow for AXN, so having a higher price benefits them to be able to obviously get more out of the ecosystem. Maybe they're going to pay bills or something, or go for a trip or whatever. But there's also the higher price does attract more investors into crypto, and we all know that if you've got something that's got a higher price, people see a trend line, that more people jump on. But of course, AXN's really trying to get a culture of staking, a bit like Hex has for the stake. So Hex got about 9.5% of the Hex actually staked. staked, and most of those people were actually pretty solid. Like they pretty much only sell out stuff they need, and so they're pretty resilient. Whereas Axion's got that too, with the Max Share Club, which is even more organic, because it's a bigger percentage of our Axion available that's actually max staked and also staked generally. So it's getting that culture, and only a few crypto projects have that sort of commitment level. So that's pretty nice to see that. All right, so we're 37 minutes in. We've got 7.6 ETH there, $61,538. Obviously, ETH is going up in value, so that's cool. And we're at 33.65 ETH to sell out, so that's gone down a little bit there. And so obviously we're getting a bit of move back there. I actually did a bit of buying as well before the live stream. I bought some other stuff, so we'll see how that goes. You've got to take the opportunities where you can find them. It's good to have a diverse portfolio, of course. Obviously, when you have a diverse portfolio, you're trying to pick certain winners, right? So it's important to have that. The other side of it is that you should have your risk management in place, and also take in USDC or something like that, maybe DAI or USB, depending on what chains you're on, just to make sure that you've got a bit of that. It's always good to take profits on the way up, and you can accumulate some of those USDs. Now you can of course put the USDs into earning interest on different platforms, so there's different opportunities for that as well. So it's not just about having dead US dollar cash sitting on the side there, which is good to have that, because you can take opportunities like today's pullback, and you can go in and eat it all up and get some really good volumes. But you can earn interest on that now. So that's what the wonders of DeFi and crypto land, and that's actually game changer. Traditional banking and finance, these people are clueless. I'm serious, they're clueless about what crypto is going to do to a lot of the traditional banking and investment products, because it's already happening. Axion is one of them. Obviously Wise is another one. Hex is another one, and there's heaps of DeFi projects offering different things. And I'm not talking about the high risk return ones, but more the gamification ones. Gamifications are like hourglasses, pool funds. Those are all gamification ones, high risk, and often only benefit a certain class. Whereas all the ones that are quoted are all ones about certificate of deposits, mutual funds, breaking out that market and pulling it over to crypto, and game changing stuff. So it really is pretty awesome, exciting place to be. All right, let's have a look here. So back to here. Hi, Mr. Fraz says Patricia, and Game of Thrones is epic. Yeah, watching quite a bit of it. There's a couple of scenes, like I said yesterday, that are just too much for me, like the Red Wedding and a few other moments. I wish I wish you could just clip them out, because some of them I really wish I hadn't seen. There's a couple of those. Was it King Joffrey when he gets a crossbow and he does what he does? That scene's just too much as well. There's a couple of scenes. Gets better after season 2. Yeah, it actually changes quite a bit though, doesn't it? I think it's the way they do certain things. Some of the actors in season 1 and 2 though are pretty awesome. They had some pretty awesome actors in there. Yeah, but I agree with you that it does step up. I think the last episode's got some questions. Like the last season's got a few issues, and maybe the ending could have been different, I think. But I think that overall it was a pretty impressive series. The other thing was that Sansa, is it Sansa? I thought that she started off, her character development was one of the best ones if you think about it. She was a young girl, and then she goes through a lot of, relatively in their world, terrible things. Obviously ends up with the Bolton guy, who's just a monster, and but then she ends up surviving, gets to the end, and then becomes strong. And actually stands up pretty much. Could have ended up going to the war with the Queen of Dragons. So it's quite interesting stuff there. Red Wedding was tough. Rose Death was bad. Like I said yesterday, I actually think that the mother of the Starks who was at the Red Wedding, I thought her performance in that was. I'm just trying to think through. There's so many good performances, but I thought her performance of that was so realistic. It was just, I just felt it, for me, it was just the best performance. It was just so incredible the way she acted. Next level stuff. I mean, you don't often see that level of acting in TV or film. And so I can't remember the actress's name, but that was outstanding in that Red Wedding. And if you go back and check that scene back, and you'll see what I mean. It's just like, my goodness, you acted that in front of a camera. It's just like crazy stuff. It really was pretty good. Rose Death was bad. I'm trying to think of Rose actually. Certain character losses were bad but memorable. that's Game of Thrones for you. I love that line. Certain character losses were bad but memorable. Yeah, that's Game of Thrones in a nutshell. Hey, there's a 0.3 ETH there. We got a shrimp, another bid in there, 0.3 ETH, so into the venture auction. So we'll go check that out. So we're up at 17.6. I probably just missed that because it's just a similar number, but that's just come in there. So $1,000, they got $1,104 back, and $887 went back to stakers as wrapped Bitcoin. Very cool, and 5% obviously goes to the AXN Foundation. It's good. It's good. The reason why I repeat that is just so that if you're new to AXN, you get a bit of understanding how these VCA auctions work, which we call venture capital auctions. We're just VCAs for short. So there we are. We're climbing up. We'd have to hit 33.65 for sellout, and we're at 17.6. Now we've got a record level AXN per ETH 14.6. Let's actually go back to the history there. Just trying to see here. We had 14, just under 14.6 yesterday. We had 14.6 on the 14th. So we really are in record territory. But the record actually is VCA25, which was on the 15th, and that was 15.3 million AXN per ETH. So that is the record. So they're pretty amazing there. All right, let's jump back into this here, and let's go back to the comments. I was just going to say one last thing on that one. And for Aya, Aya's arc was awesome too. So actually the Starks, obviously Starks are a pivotal family, and obviously what happens to the parents, that means the kids have to survive in that big wide world, and that's, I guess, one of the themes. And of course they take Arya for such a different arc, and she's actually fundamental. I mean, they all have fundamental roles through the whole thing, and they are kind of the good, aren't they? They're kind of the good in the story if you think about it. I mean, there are the good characters, but they are really the good, because they make alliances with other good characters who are a bit rougher around the edges. They got different backgrounds, but yeah, it's pretty amazing. FBAM, hey, bam bam, morning everyone. A little bit late for today's show, so I'm starting from the beginning. Oh man, it's good to see you, bam bam. And it's been a pretty epic live stream. The auction's going really well, and we've had some pretty hilarious comments in the chat as well. I thought she would be raised up again. Yeah, I love that when she killed the guy's kid. I love when she killed the guy's kid. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen that scene. Guy's wife. You say yeah, and no. Oh, yeah, at the Red Wedding you're talking about. When Arya got revenge for the Stark family. That was pretty amazing, that was. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the pie? You're talking about the pie? Not sure, I think Grafey said I'll get another. Yeah. Prana, that's right, at the Red Wedding, I remember that now, yeah. FBAM, hi Prana, and hi, Patricia says hi FBAM. So lots of highs out to FBAM there, so good to see you in the chat again. Bam, bam, I love saying that. Frey's wife, yeah, I remember now, because the mother had the wife, the young wife. They're all young, of course, and they're all pretty much within the family, sort of inbred, weren't they, the whole family? So pretty amazing, and but yeah, like I think Stanza ends up so strong at the end, and Iris is strong in her ways. But unfortunately, Arya had to go through I think in some ways it was some pretty horrible stuff. But obviously, I remember the flashback to what's it called, Landing Castle, whatever it's called. They had the famous sword fighter teaching them how to fight with wooden sticks, and he actually had the thing about how the end was going to happen with the king, with the Winter King, whatever it's called. How Arya kills him, and it was all way back. Clue was given back then. Well, at least that's the way it looks when you look back at it. So yeah. Sorry, we're talking Games of Thrones, everybody. Sorry about that. We're just binging on that lately. So, big 4 big hearts to everybody from FBAM. And Superman is so versatile, talking about crypto, fast food, and movies. Yeah, John, that's right. And Superman, Arya took the entire Frey house down, all the guys. Yeah, I know, it was incredible. That was incredible. But they deserve it for what they did. Well, you know, it's an interesting thing. Syria, yeah. And she did it in such a terror and style as well. But I have to admit, probably the Bolton boy was probably the worst person on the planet. The things that he did, it was. I guess he got his just desserts at the end, but the stuff that he did was beyond. It was beyond cruel. 17.6. there we are, sitting at 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the opening hour. We've got 23 hours to go after this, folks. But what a blistering open we've had to this VCA. Very cool. We need 33.5 now. The Axion price is at 00026. And what else is going on there? 00026. We've got Ethereum back at 3,500. We're up again at green. We'll see how that consolidates from this major pullback. Pullbacks are normal parts of markets, and obviously we've been in a pretty good bull run. We'll go back to there again. Binance is back up 534. Bitcoin's probably going to trail a bit in my view. I think there's probably more room for the other altcoins to move again, as we are still actually in alt season now. So we'll watch out for that. We've got the dominance, Bitcoin 38%, Ethereum 18%. And of course the market cap is still over $2 trillion, so that's pretty bullish. Still have a market cap over 2 billion. Obviously we've got more coins, so I'm not sure how many coins are in there. Back in 2017-18 we had about 1,800 coins. It was maybe even been lower than that, but I faintly remember being about 1,800, and it may have been even as low as 1,300. There may have been a big climb from 13 to 1,800, but I have kind of 1,800 in my head back in 2017-18 at the turn there. But obviously this has just grown rapidly, and we know that there's probably tens of thousands of tokens and stuff out there now. There's sub-platforms that have their own tokens on them, all sorts of stuff, but this is the ones that are listed on CoinGecko at the moment. But once again, these dominants kind of help give you some general trending information at the moment. So let's just let's close out of there. I think we've got 2 minutes to go. Let's have a quick look at the gas prices while we're here. I'll just bring up gas now and check that out. So lots of foreshadowing all through the seasons. You would think Joffrey was bad. From one villain to the worst villain, Sansa can sure pick them. Yeah, she was involved with a lot of the tyrants, unfortunately, which is probably why she's such a good queen at the end. She got woken up from her. She should never have left the castle. Remember, they always say that, Arya, and they always say we should have never have left. And I think they left with the Hound, didn't they? On that day, they left with the Hound. I think so. Hound turned around, so they had characters that were rough and mean, and then they turn around at the end, and they're like some of the heroes too, like the only surviving Lannister. I can't remember his name. Character guy. What's his name? Yeah, I forget his name. But anyway. So the Gwei's been coming back. We've had a few high moments there, 155, 149, but at the moment it's looking light on the green there. So that bodes well too for entering the auction. If you want to enter today, you can check out the Gwei. Probably maybe even get a bit lower than 66. So there we are. So we're in the final minute of the opening hour. It will run for 23 hours. If it hasn't sold out, you'll catch me for the closing sniping hour if we do have to have one at the end of this period. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a fun live stream, I'm sure. We've got to talk, like say, about KFC, burritos, movies, Game of Thrones, and of course this epic VCA. Very cool indeed. KFC worthy VCA. Absolutely, Lamzos. Absolutely. I would love us to get KFC as a sponsor. We could have a sponsored meme coin. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, thanks everybody, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Let's just do a little facey here. There we are. Medical. All right, catch you tomorrow.